Welcome to the morning stretch, everyone. Tricia Sloma, along with Chief Meteorologist Matt Engelbrecht. We've got producer Kyrstyn Glover. Good to see you guys.
Hello, good to see you.
Hey, we're almost midway through June. I don't want to keep saying it like that because, wow, this month goes faster than anything. I thought May went fast. And boy, June goes fast.
Right. You finish everything up in May, and then you're ready for summer, and then summer's here, and before you know it, there's leaves falling and snow on the ground.
Hey, stop it.
What?
You just abbreviated summer.
No, I'm just putting it in perspective. That's all. You said it was middle of June. Now, if you remember the date, then it feels like it's going faster. Then you just forget what day it is, and you don't have to worry about it.
I guess we're technically a third of the way through June if you're technical.
We're not
and you're technical. You're a scientist.
We're not technical. We're not. It is the 10th. There's 31 days. So
it's the 12th.
It's the 12th.
It's the 12th. See? I told you. You forget the date, and you don't have to worry about how fast or slow the day and months
Summer flies by no matter what you do. It's going to go.
Well, here's one of the things. It's like getting the kids involved in activities in the summer and finding just fun camps.
Yeah.
I always went to like basketball camp. I had a couple of art camps I went to. But that was one of the things I think my parents were very good about. My sister and I were always involved in camps. How about you guys?
The same. Yeah, and both growing up, but also being a parent, trying to find those different avenues. Because you don't want, doing sports. It's one thing to always do a sports camp during the summer. And now the variety of different camps that are being offered is huge for parents, but also for the kids to experience something different.
Yeah. Kyrstyn, how about you? Did you go to something?
I didn't really do a lot of camps. I did do softball. That was every year, and it lasted the whole summer.
Oh,
and
sure. It just consumed everything, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. I'd practice 3 times a week, games 2 times a week, and if not, then it bled into fall ball as well.
Yes.
So
I
just kept going.
Well, we have an idea for you, and it's not just for kids. We want adults to enjoy this too because they get to go to the performances. We're talking about the United Youth Theater. It's a nonprofit in South Bend, and we have a special guest today. I want to bring in Drake Shrader. He is a co-founder of United Youth Theater in South Bend. Good to see you, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Great to be here.
We're so glad you could join us on the morning stretch. An opportunity for us to talk about your upcoming performances. You got Footloose going on this weekend. Tell us, first of all, about United Youth Theater.
Yes. So United Youth Theater, UYT, we are a nonprofit youth performing arts organization. So we provide year-round opportunities for kids to participate in the arts, participate in theater, and we really take a unique approach and focus when it comes to creating these theatrical experiences for kids in our community. For us, it's not just about the show, it's about the process. It's about how we are helping these kids that we're working with develop life skills that they're going to use beyond their time on the stage. One of the things I always say when I'm walking around the theater is like, we're not just building performers, we're building people.
That's a great concept. Good mission.
Yeah, in terms of the camp in general, this isn't about teaching kids how to go on to be actresses over there on Broadway, actors, that kind of thing. You're talking about building people. What other qualities are you trying to instill in some of the campers, but also some of those other events and programs you do throughout the year?
Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's, shows or classes or camps, I think there's a wide range of skills that theater helps develop in kids, from confidence to public speaking to communication, teamwork, resiliency, and adaptability. That's one thing that our cast of Footloose is going through right now. As we're in Tech Week is, there's a lot of moving pieces and things are changing and we're figuring out, new problems every day. So, being resilient, working through the issues, being adaptable, and shifting on the fly is, also great skills to have in theater, but as we all know too, in life.
Can you tell us a little bit about Footloose and what it's all about?
Yeah, so we're pumped for our production of Footloose, which is, can't believe I'm saying this out loud, opens tomorrow night.
Whoa!
Century Center, I know. Those words leaving my mouth are a little bit crazy, a little bit surreal. But it's an incredible, high energy show. Based on the iconic 80s movie. And we have a phenomenal group of kids putting this show on. So we have not only 40 plus kids in our cast, spanning from grades 7th through 12th. We have kids in our live band. We have
That's cool.
a dozen plus kids in a live band playing along with the actors and actresses on the stage. In addition to kids, all across the team as well, on our production team, helping with choreography and assistant directing and working on the design and technical elements of the show, all our sets and costumes and props. So we've had kids involved at every level of this production, and it's been just a wonderful process, amazing group of talented kids all across our community.
Give us the details. The show opens Friday night. It runs through when, and how can people get tickets?
Yeah, so opens tomorrow night, and we run through the weekend. So we have a 7 o'clock show tomorrow evening, which kicks off our run. And then Saturday we have a double header of sorts. We've got a 2 p.m. show and a 7 p.m. show, and then we close Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. And tickets and more information can be found on our website at uitinc.org.
All right, that sounds awesome. But you've been around now for 8 years, and I got to imagine the pandemic has really did a number on your organization. But where do you meet on the regular? And through the school year, are you still meeting, or do you rely mostly on summertime to do your youth theater league?
Yeah, great question. So we are currently based out of St. Mary's College. We've had a wonderful partnership with them since the end of the pandemic. So we rehearse out of there. We use their performance spaces throughout the year as well. And we do meet year-round. For us, one of the key pillars of the work that we do is we want to provide year-round opportunities for kids. There's a scarce number of theater opportunities for youth across the region, usually limited to kind of a one-off deal throughout the year or whatever they're working on in school. So we really think it's important that throughout the year kids can participate in theater. So we're usually doing at least two plays, 2 musicals every year for different age ranges, K through 6 and 7 through 12. So almost at every point in the year, you will find us in some show, some rehearsal, something is going on. It's never slowing down. We never stop. We're always going.
And I'm sure the participation is only increasing with youth being interested in theater. You got Wicked 2. Of course, we think Broadway. Mm-hmm. Broadway going to Hollywood. Wicked 2 is coming out soon. That started as a stage play. It was a book, stage play. Can you tell us just how the interest has evolved in theater over the last couple of years and where you guys are trying to take this program over the next 4 to 5 years?
Yeah, no, great question. The interest is definitely there, and the need is definitely there in the community. Our audition numbers just in the first half of this year have skyrocketed.
Excellent.
Highest they've been really since the pandemic, and I think part of that is attributed to obviously just this interest in theater and really this interest in community. That's one piece that we really layer into our rehearsal process is building this sense of community where kids aren't just coming together to put on this show, but they're coming and building friendships. They're building relationships that are going to last a lifetime beyond their time in the show. This is also an exciting time of growth and momentum for the theater. So at the beginning of this year, I stepped into the full-time executive director role for UIT, which has been really exciting. It's been the first time that we've had the opportunity for this to be the sole focus. So this is my full-time job. I get up every day and go to work for UIT, which is incredibly exciting. But it opens up so many doors and opportunities for us to be able to build new community partnerships and spread the word and bring our programming to kids across the community in different ways that we just weren't able to before.
Oh, that's incredible. Yeah. I think now is a good time to bring up those summer camps because you still have openings in these camps and you have several of them, and we're talking different age groups too, right?
Mm-hmm. 100%. Yes. So we have an exciting slate of camps this year. So we've got camps for K through sixth grade and then seventh through 12th grade. For our seventh through 12th graders, we have a musical theater performance camp where essentially in the span of a week, we're going to put on a short, 25, 30-minute production. And then we also have a directing camp as well that we're doing in partnership with the Robinson Community Learning Center. And then our musical theater camp is in collaboration with the Music Village here in downtown South Bend. But we also have a number of camps for our younger kiddos too, from an acting camp. They also were offering a musical theater performance camp. So for our K through sixth graders, they're also going to get that opportunity. 1 week, we're gonna put a short show together. And then we also have a storytelling camp as well for K through sixth grade. So a wide range of opportunities, different experiences for kids to engage in theater, and different opportunities for kids that might have different interests. If acting might not be your thing, but you're more into musical theater, or you might be more into storytelling as well. And Tricia, as you mentioned, we do still have spots open. They're dwindling, as I keep saying. Every week there's more and more signups coming through. So I keep telling people, if you're interested, sign up. But there are still spots available for kids that are interested.
Now, I know you said that there's a directing camp. Is there opportunity for the 4 main performances for kids in the 7 to 12 age group, the grades rather, opportunities to direct those plays, or is it more volunteer based? How do you find the directors for that?
Yeah, so right now our directors are very much volunteer based, but we do love getting kids involved in every single facet of the production. So we're always looking for opportunities of, can we bring kids on to assistant direct? Can we bring them on to be assistant choreographers or assistant music directors, stage managers working behind the scenes on the stage crew? And as we continue to grow, those are opportunities that we want to continue to increase and to offer to kids. In fact, our production of Footloose, we've got a couple of kids on our team right now, one of them being one of our assistant choreographers who is in 8th grade. And
wow.
is just doing
Right.
yeah.
Well
and
done.
I'll tell you, is done a phenomenal job and is beyond her years and keeping those kids on track. I have told this story a million times at this point, but we had a rehearsal where I had come a little bit late from an event, and I walked in, and she's got the whole cast in this hallway. And she's running them through dance numbers, and she's like, I need you to focus. I need you quiet off stage. I need you ready to go. And I'm like,
Wow.
Aye, Captain. Let's do this.
Yeah.
As you just walk out the back door, they got it.
They got it.
You got it. You don't need me. It's okay. You're fine. So we love offering those opportunities, and those are opportunities we want to be able to continue to offer as well.
Drake, what does this say about the future of the arts in our community?
I think it's definitely it's extremely positive, and I think arts in our community are only going to continue to grow. As I mentioned, I think a lot of the kids that we bring in to UIT, aren't necessarily always coming from that traditional theater background. We get a lot of kids that walk in and they're like, I've never done this in my life, but I'm interested, and sports isn't my thing, or music's not my thing. I'm trying to find my outlet, and so I think we're building this generation of young people that see the value in the arts, and understand that it's not just about going to Broadway, or, I'm only going to participate in theater if I want to do this professionally, but that it can just be this fun activity that you do through high school, or you might do in college for a little bit, but it doesn't mean that it's not Broadway or bust.
Right. Because,
a
what
good point.
does it do for someone's abilities? I know, maybe they don't want to be on Broadway someday, but it certainly does help their public speaking skills, or maybe just getting over the fear of being in front of people and having to lead a business meeting. What does this do for a kid?
Yeah, I mean, I think the skills that you can develop on the stage and just being involved in theater, whether you're performing or you're working behind the scenes, are applicable across your entire life. And one of my favorite moments in the role that I have is just getting to see that growth, whether it's a kid that comes into the rehearsal process and they're incredibly shy, but by the end, they've come out of their shell and they're singing and dancing on stage and having a blast. Or if it's a kid that is developing communication skills, is kind of learning how to process and communicate what they need. Whether it's a kid that comes in and is incredibly stressed because of all the moving pieces, but by the end of it, they're the ones that are offering solutions to the problems. Or again, to the young lady I was mentioning, who's our assistant choreographer, is just seeing that continued growth and stepping into leadership roles and feeling that confidence of like, I'm on this team, I've got my role, and I want to do the best that I can do to put this show in the best possible position to be successful.
That's fantastic.
Theater is a really great opportunity for building yourself career wise, but it's also it's great support system for these kids with everything going on and maybe their personal lives or however it's affecting them. I think it's probably a great space for them to just either let loose or find someone to lean on.
100%. And I think I mentioned earlier, like, I think, one of the beautiful things of what we do is building this sense of community. So these kids are coming in and again, it's more than just a show. It's about the process and them coming together. One of my favorite moments, and this happened actually last night, almost 11 o'clock at night, we finish our tech rehearsal for Footloose, and the kids don't want to leave the building. They're clearly tired, they're exhausted, it's been a long day, but they're still standing on the stage and talking and hugging and hanging out and laughing, and they want to be with each other and be in community together.
Oh, Drake, this is going to be a great show. Again, we want to remind people Footloose runs this weekend, Friday through Sunday. We're going to put all the information on our website, and people will be able to get tickets and everything else. We really love this mission. We're going to have you back again to talk about some of the other things that you have throughout the year. So don't be shy in reaching out to us. We think this is incredible.
Thanks, Drake.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
All right, break a leg. All right, that's going to do it for the morning stretch. Have fun.